Good evening sa ating mga kababayan in Canada. And happy Saturday morning naman sa atin dito sa Pilipinas. I'm your host, Adjani Dose of the Land Bank of the Philippines. Welcome po sa ating investors briefing kung saan ibabahagi namin sa inyo ang mga kailangan ninyong malaman tungkol sa pinakabagong offering from the Bureau of the Treasury, ang Retail Treasury Bonds Tranche 27 or RTB 27. So before we begin the investors briefing, let me acknowledge the presence of our distinguished guests and speakers. Such a pleasure to have with us this evening the Philippine Ambassador to Canada, His Excellency Rodolfo Villa-Robles. Also with us
Recording in progress.
is Consul General Orontes Castro of the Philippine Consulate General in Toronto. And of course, we are delighted to have on this session the Treasurer of the Philippines, Rosalia V. De Leon. We also have speakers from the banks. We have Senior Manager Jose Angelo Abad from the Development Bank of the Philippines and Investment Banking Officer Jessa Ala of the Land Bank of the Philippines. So thank you so much for joining us. Now, to formally open this session, please welcome the Philippine Ambassador to Canada, His Excellency Rodolfo Villa-Robles.
Thank you, Adjani. Thank you. Mga kababayan, friends and colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. A pleasant good evening to one and all. Allow me to thank all guests and participants for taking the time to attend today's financial literary session. I also take this opportunity to thank the Bureau of Treasury, headed by Honorable Rosalia V. De Leon, and the Philippine Consulate General in Toronto, led by Congen Orontes Castro, for hosting tonight's event. The Philippine government and the countries of the world has considered financial literacy as an indispensable formula for economic development. Indeed, sound financial decisions lie at the heart of economic empowerment of its citizens to go forward towards nation building. This national consciousness is the reason the Philippine government has consistently held financial literacy program across the world for our kababayans. And this explains why our kababayans abroad continue to play a vital role in the country's development. According to the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, Filipinos in Canada contributed more than $1 billion in 2020 via your remittances. By investing in the Philippines, Filipinos in Canada are able to help ease the burden of our kababayans back home. On the same table, the financial literacy session will enable our Filipino communities here to better manage their finances today, tonight, and I hope also to learn together with all participants. I understand that the Bureau of Treasury will offer tonight the 27th tranche of retail treasury bonds, a chance opportunity for a 5-year, low-risk, fixed-income investment with quarterly interest. Here I note that your investment will not only be profitable, but more importantly, it will be safe, guaranteed by the Philippine government. The proceeds from these bonds will enhance our country's long-term economic development for the augmentation of our infrastructure projects and improve its capability to more effectively address issues in the healthcare system, and the needs of our sectors affected by the pandemic, all perhaps as a way of giving back. This symposium will draw for all of us a clear diagram of how the basic principles of finance intersect with each other to guide each one of us in managing the finances of our daily life. Then I encourage you to take advantage of this opportunity to clarify matters which are crucial to clear your way toward financial independence. So let me close by thanking Filipino communities all over Canada for participating in this session. And I hope you will find your pathway towards financial comfort for yourself and your family sooner. I look forward to an engaging and productive conversation tonight. Thank you mga kababayan. Magbayanihan tayong lahat. Mabuhay!
Good to see you again, Ambassador Robles. We are always grateful for your support. And now to deliver the message from the Bureau of the Treasury, the issuer of RTB 27, we have none other than the Treasurer of the Philippines, Rosalia V. De Leon.
Thank you, Adjani. And good evening po sa lahat ng ating mga kababayan sa Canada. First, I would like to take this opportunity to also express our appreciation to His Excellency, the Philippine Ambassador to Canada, Mr. Rodolfo Robles, and of course, our Consul General Orantes Castro of the Philippine Consulate General in Toronto. Salamat po for being our constant partners ng Bureau of Treasury in being a champion for financial literacy and inclusion. I also would like to express gratitude to the hardworking staff ng Philippine Post in Canada who are all represented in today's briefing. Thank you for arranging this channel to have dialogues with our overseas Filipinos, even if we are more than thousands of kilometers away. We ended last year on a high note with the RTB 26 offering, which was met with a strong demand by the investing public. Ngayon naman po, it's the season of love. Kakatapos lang ng Valentine's Day. So with this, we are very excited to present to you the 27th offering of the Retail Treasury Bonds with our theme, Mula sa Puso para sa Pinas. By investing in the RTBs, we're able to work towards a secure future for your families, relatives, friends, significant others, all your loved ones, kasama syempre ang mahal nating Pilipinas. This is your chance to contribute to the government's efforts towards our economic recovery. We are confident that we can start this year with another successful offering as we look to raise 2.2 trillion pesos, around 75% of which, or around 1.6 trillion, will be sourced through the domestic market. In addition to financing the government's recovery, resilience, and emergency programs, the funds will also be used to continue the trajectory of the massive infrastructure push of the Build, Build, Build program, which is aimed at maximizing economic efficiency and thus contributing to the government's target GDP growth of 7 to 9% this year. So with this in mind, we are counting on our investors, most especially those from the retail sector, to support this fundraising efforts by helping us in further enhancing the depth and liquidity of the government securities market. And also, in keeping with the tradition of each RTB launch, we are introducing our RTB 27 endorser, si Ms. Martha Manumbalik. This month of February, gayahin natin po si Martha. Talagang may forever sa RTB na siguradong safe, secure, safe, at low risk. So share the love with yourself and our country by investing in RTB 27. Once again po, we'd like to extend our utmost gratitude to our overseas Filipinos for their continued strong support and participation in our online roadshows. Kami po sa Bureau of Treasury, kasama ng aming mga partners like Land Bank, the Development Bank of the Philippines, and other participating selling agents, are committed to continue coming up with innovative products catered to the investment needs of the overseas Filipino communities, as well as to introduce more ways that will make it easier and more convenient for our kababayans to purchase government securities and directly participate in our nation building wherever they are in the world. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you for giving your heart for the Philippines, Treasurer De Leon. And now, konting intermission muna tayo. Naranasan nyo bang mag-ghost? Naku, ang sakit nun. At hindi lang yan sa pag-ibig, meron ding nang-ghost ng investors. So mag-ingat po tayo and panoorin natin itong nangyari isang gabi kay Martha.
Hi, just arrived. Kata sa booth na. Just arrived. Kata sa booth na.
Na-traffic ka ata eh.
Pero,
Na-traffic ka
nag-order
ata
na ako ng
eh.
food. Pero, nag-order na ako ng food. Pinila ko na rin theme songs natin. Pinila ko na rin theme songs natin.
San ka na? San ka na?
Hi? Cannot be reached ka daw?
Ay? Cannot be reached ka daw?
Wala naman akong reserve na kanta. Wala naman akong reserve na kanta.
Sa akin, secure ka. Siguradong mapapasaya kita, Martha. Dahil sa RTB 27 by the Bureau of the Treasury, ang
5000
pesos mo ay pangmatagal.
Talaga ba?
Iingatan ko ang puso mo sa ipag-lose talaga. Mag-invest ka lang sa RTB 27, sapat na. Talaga namang may forever dahil may quarterly interest payments pa. Umaapaw ang pagmamahal.
Sa tingin mo ba madali lang yan?
Ang pag-invest sa RTB 27 ay kasing dali lang ng paghinga. Dahil dito, hindi ka kailanman mag-iisa. Kikiligin ka na lang sa convenience.
Ano pa?
Kasama ang ating national government, hindi lang safe ang investment mo, you can also share a love. Dahil mapupunta ito sa paghilom ng ating bansa mula sa pandemya.
You're a great singer!
Ay, I love it!
RTV 27, mula sa puso, para sa Pinas.
To learn more, visit www.treasury.gov.ph. Offer period is from February 15 to February 28, 2022.
And now, here to present the summary terms of the offering, please welcome Senior Manager Jose Angelo Abad of the Development Bank of the Philippines.
Salamat, Johnny. Magandang araw po sa ating mga kababayan na nanonood ngayon sa ating live stream sa Facebook. Kami po ay nagagalak makasama kayong muli upang ibahagi sa inyo ang pinakataus-pusong offering ng Bureau of the Treasury, ang Retail Treasury Bonds 27 o mas kilala sa pangalang RTB 27. I'm sure na may mga viewers po tayo ngayon na pamilyar na sa RTB mula sa ating mga nakaraang offshore roadshows. But for the benefit of those hearing about RTBs for the first time, Atin pong kilalanin ng Rtbs by knowing its terms and conditions. Unang-una, kung tayo po ay nag-i-invest sa RTB27, kanino po tayo namumuhunan? Kung tayo po ay nag-i-invest sa RTB27, tayo po ay namumuhunan sa Republika ng Pilipinas. Ang tenor or buhay naman po ng RTB27 ay 5 years, 5 taon, at ito ay nakatakdang mag-mature sa 2027. Ang interest rate naman po ng RTB27 ay nakaset 4.875% per annum. So that's 4.875% per year. At ang frequency ng interest payment naman ito ay quarterly. So makaka-expect po tayo ng 4 na interest payment kada taon, or we can expect an interest payment every 3 months. Ang status naman po ng RTB ay ito po ay direct, unconditional, subordinated, and general obligation of the Republic. Pero sa madaling salita, ang priority of payment ng RTB27 ay kapantay lang tulad ng ibang obligasyong pinansyal ng Republika ng Pilipinas. Ang issue managers naman po ng RTB27 ay binubuo ng DBP at Land Bank bilang joint lead issue managers, at bilang joint issue managers kasama po natin dito ang BDO Capital, BPI Capital, China Bank Capital, First Metro Investment Corporation, SB Capital at Union Bank of the Philippines. Ang disenyo naman po ng Rtbs in general ay may tinatawag tayong retail-oriented features kung saan tinitiyak natin na ang Rtbs ay magiging affordable at accessible to all investors. So, sino-sino po ang mga pwede mag-invest sa RTB27? Ang Rtbs ay available po to all types of investor. Kasama na dito ang individual investors like you and me, mga korporasyon, mga kooperatiba, retirement funds, provident funds, at iba pang uri ng investors. Kasama po sa ating retail-oriented features ay ang affordability ng Rtbs. So for a low investment amount of only 5,000 pesos, ay makakapag-invest ka na sa isang investment-grade security tulad ng RTB27. And to make investing easier and more convenient for everyone, meron po tayong different ways upang makapag-invest sa RTB27. So unang-una, meron po tayong tinatawag na over-the-counter or OTC channel. So ano po ang OTC? Kung inyo pong naalala before the pandemic, mas common po ito, ay kung meron po tayong transaction sa mga bangko, ay pumupunta po tayo sa mga branches nito upang makapag-transact. So tayo po ay nag-fill up ng mga forms at sinasubmit po natin ito sa bangko over the counter. Kaya po over the counter ang tawag sa channel na ito. So maliban po sa OTC channel natin, meron din po tayong mga online investment channels kung saan makakapag-invest po tayo from the safety and comfort of our own homes. Una, meron po tayong tinatawag na browser-based channel kung saan makakapag-invest tayo sa Rtbs gamit ang inyong internet browser tulad ng Google Chrome, Firefox, Safari at iba pa. So pumunta lang po tayo sa website ng Bureau of the Treasury sa treasury.gov.ph. May malaking banner po doon for RTB27. So i-click lang po natin yon at tayo po ay pupunta sa online ordering platform ng BTR. Mag-read through lang po tayo sa page for more details about RTB27. At pag ready na po kayong mag-invest, ay i-click lang po natin ang order via online ordering facility button to proceed with your order. So ganun lang po kasimple mag-order using the online ordering facility of the BTR. So maliban po sa ating browser-based channels, meron din po tayong various mobile app-based channel na pwede nating gamitin upang makapag-invest sa RTB27. So gagamit lang po tayo ng internet-capable mobile devices. So via your mobile phones, via your tablets. So pwede po nating i-download ang mga apps na ito for free sa Google Play Store pag tayo po ay Android device user. At pag tayo naman po ay Apple device user, pwede po tayong pumunta sa App Store. So kung ano-ano man yung mga mobile apps na ito ay abangan lang po natin sa second part ng ating presentation para sa mga karagdagang detalye. Ang taxation naman po ng RTB27 ay subject po ito sa 20% withholding tax on any interest payment. So sa interest lang po yun. So standard po ito na taxation sa mga investment na tulad ng RTB sa Pilipinas. Okay, so for some visual appreciation, meron po kaming inihandang maikling video upang ipakita sa inyo ang iba't ibang ways to invest in RTB27 at yung tinatawag natin na bond exchange program. So for the video, roll video.
This February, let's share the love. This February, let's share the love. The new RTB27. The new RTB27 offered by the Bureau of the Treasury is a low-risk fixed income investment that is affordable, convenient, and issued by the national government. Not only that, its proceeds will become part of the national government's funding for various projects, including the Philippine Emergency, Recovery, and Resiliency Funds. For just a minimum amount of 5,000 Philippine pesos, you can start investing in RTB27. So go ahead and download the bonds.ph app, the Land Bank mobile app, or the OF Bank mobile app. You can also visit our website or drop by any of our participating banks. And if you previously invested in the following issues of the Bureau of the Treasury that will mature on these respective dates, then you are eligible to participate in the RTB27 Switch program, so you can share the love for yourself and the country. Participating in the RTB27 Switch program will convert your maturing investments to the new RTB27 at par value. And every subsequent quarter until March 2027, your interest income will automatically be credited to your settlement account. This means that with your investment in RTB27, you will earn a fixed interest rate over the next 5 years. But wait, there's more. With no added costs, you can make the switch and have your investment in RTB27. Switching is easy and convenient. Just inform your bank representative that you want to make the switch to RTB27, and they will assist you with the entire process. Hurry up and invest now in retail treasury bonds via RTB27. Mula sa puso, para sa Pinas. Offer period is from February 15, 2022 to February 28, 2022. For more details, visit www.treasury.gov.ph or contact any of the issue managers or authorized selling agents now. Share the love now with RTB27. Mula sa puso, para sa Pinas.
Okay. At para sa mga importanteng araw na dapat natin tandaan, ang offer period ng RTB ay nagsimula na noong Feb 15 at ito ay nakatakdang matapos sa Feb 28. At ang issue date naman po ng RTB 27 ay sa March 4, 2022. So, ngayong mas nakilala na natin ang RTB 27, siguro the next question na nasa isipan natin ngayon ay kung paano tayo makakapag-invest dito. So for the second part of our presentation, we will be discussing the different investment channels available to investors upang makapag-invest sa RTB27. But before that, let me turn you over to our MC, Johnny.
Thank you, Bear. I hope malinaw na po sa inyong lahat ang kagandahan nitong RTB27. So mamaya po magkakaroon tayo ng open forum or Q&A. So sa ating Zoom participants, bukas po ang ating chat box. I-send nyo lang po ang inyong mga katanungan dito. And if you are watching this on Facebook, we'll be monitoring the comment section of the video. Okay, so ngayong pandemic, di ba ang hirap umuwi ng Pilipinas? Kaya para sa ating mga kababayan in Canada, habang nasa public offer period pa ang RTB27, hindi nyo na po kailangang magbiyahe papunta rito para makapag-place ng inyong orders. So to give you the details on the investment channels, please welcome Ms. Jessa Ala of the Land Bank of the Philippines.
Salamat, Johnny, at magandang araw sa ating lahat. Ayan. And ngayon, ipapakilala na natin kung paano nga ba tayong lahat pwedeng mag-invest sa RTB kahit nasa saan man tayong bansa ngayon. So ngayon, ito ang how to invest. Pinakauna dyan, kung may mga kamag-anak po tayo sa Pilipinas, pwede po nating sabihin, pumunta tayo sa over-the-counter sa mga bangko na meron silang bank account at pwede po silang mag-invest through a traditional channel, which is the over-the-counter. Ang pangalawa po, syempre, kayong nasa ibang bansa, dyan sa Canada, pwede po nating i-access ang ating online BTR online ordering facility. Try to visit the www.treasury.gov.ph. Kung may mga bank accounts po tayo sa China Bank, at First Metro Securities, at Land Bank of the Philippines, pwede po nating ma-access through the BTR website. So ngayon, kanina nabanggit po ni Bear ang ating mobile banking app. Meron po tayo sa Land Bank, sa Overseas Filipino Bank, meron din po tayo sa bonds.ph app. Sobrang libre at napakadali lang pong gawin ito at kailangan nyo lang pong i-download. Libreng-libre, Google Play and App Store. Diyan po tayo pwedeng mag-invest. So ngayon, syempre, 'di ba? Napakadali lang mamay ipapakita natin yung ating paano ba kayo talaga mag-invest through this. Download lang itong mga app na to at you can access and invest our RTB 27. So ngayon, syempre, dito sa Pilipinas, meron pa din na po natin yung mga kamag-anak at kaibigan. Pwede po natin silang i-invite para bumili din ng RTB 27 sa ating authorized selling agents. Meron po tayong 19 at nariyan po si Asia United Bank, Banco de Oro, nandyan po sa BDO Capital, BPI Capital, China Bank Capital Corporation, Citibank, Development Bank of the Philippines, ang East West Banking Corporation, ang First Metro, ING Bank, Land Bank of the Philippines, and the Metropolitan Bank and Trust Company, Philippine Bank of Communications, Philippine National Bank, Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation, Robinsons Bank Corporation, Security Bank Corporation, Standard Chartered Bank, at ang Union Bank of the Philippines. So marami po tayong pagpipilian para tayo ay makapag-invest sa RTB 27. Ayan, so lahat ng po yan accessible na at napakadali lang pong mag-invest kahit po tayo ngayon ay nasa Canada. Ayan, Johnny, take it away. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jessa, for sharing all that. So bago tayo mag-proceed sa open forum, ipakikilala ko muna ang mga kasama natin. Sa open forum, we have the representatives of OF Bank and First Metro Securities. We have Overseas Representative Officer, Ms. Felisa Rosales for the Overseas Filipino Bank or OF Bank mobile banking app. We also have Mr. Marco Taro, Business Development and Market Education Officer at the First Metro Securities Brokerage Corporation. So sasamahan nila si Bear and si Jessa sa pagsagot ng inyong mga katanungan. Nasisimulan ko ng basahin ngayon. Okay, so meron tayong mga natanggap din sa Facebook. So number 1, can a foreign passport holder invest in RTBs? Ayan, I think Mr. Marco Tarog and Ms. Felisa Rosales can answer this. Ms. Felisa, pwede po ba ang foreign passport holder mag-invest sa RTB using your platform?
Okay, thank you, Jenny. Can the foreign passport holder can invest in RTB? Yes, foreign passport account holder can invest in RTBs as long as they have a settlement account with OF Bank. Okay, how can overseas Filipinos? Is that you have another question? How can overseas Filipinos open an account with OF Bank? Opening of
yes,
account?
Go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, via the OF Bank mobile banking app is only eligible to Filipino citizens or those who are already a dual citizen. Okay?
Thank you, Ms. Felisa.
Yes.
For Mr. Marco Tarog of the First Metro Securities, sir, can a foreign passport holder invest in RTB via your platform?
Hi, Johnny. Thank you for the question. Yes, foreign passport holders can invest in RTB as long as they have an active and funded First Metrosec account. So foreign passport holders may open a First Metrosec account if they have a Philippine tax identification number or TIN number if they have a local Philippine bank account and an ACR, an Alien Certificate of Residence. No? So to open a First Metrosec account, simply visit our website, www.firstmetrosec.com.ph, fill out the online form, verify your email address, and then upload the documents. So once the account is active, there are several funding options available to you, including bills payment and fund transfer through GCash and PayMaya. So yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sir Marco. Next question we have for Jessa. Jessa, may dates po ba para sa pag-add-on ng 5,000 pesos? Kailan po pwede mag-top up?
Alright, ayan. So kanina nakita po natin, 'di ba, meron tayong timeline para sa pagkuha or pag-invest ng RTB 27. Starting po, you can actually start now. Ayan, 'di ba? You can start now until February 28. So ibig sabihin, pwede na po kayong mag-invest kung meron po kayong mga mobile banking app ng Land Bank, OFB, at yung sa bonds.ph. Pwede po yun. Ang paano mag-top up? Ibig sabihin po, kung gusto nyo ngayon, tapos kinabukasan, gusto nyo ulit magdagdag, pwede po nyong gawin yun. Anytime hanggang po ay nasa offer period po tayo. Anytime po you can do that. Yan. Sana po nakuha po yun ng lahat nating nanonood. Thank you, Johnny.
Maraming salamat, Jessa. Next question for Bear. Bear, pwede po bang mag-terminate before the maturity date? If so, meron bang penalties for withdrawing the principal investment before the maturity date?
Okay, thank you for that question, Johnny. So, kung pwede ba natin i-terminate ang ating RTB 27 investment? For ano lang, no, for the benefit of our viewers today, ang konsepto ng pre-termination ay mas applicable po siya sa time deposit. Pero sa RTB 27 naman, meron po tayong exit mechanisms. So part po yun ng ating retail-oriented features, no? Kasi marami pong investors ang RTB 27. So ano po ang exit mechanism natin sa RTB 27? Kung nais po natin i-convert back ang ating RTB 27 into cash, ay maaari po natin itong ibenta sa merkado. No? So how do you sell your RTBs to the market? So basically, you just approach your selling agent, yung bangko kung saan kayo nag-invest sa inyong RTB 27. So just tell your banker, I would like to convert my RTB 27 back to cash. Can you sell it for me? And then what your banker does is that hihingi lang po siya ng instruction sa inyo and maybe mga konting requirements, no, that would depend. Depende po sa bangko. And then, ang gagawin po ng bangko po ninyo ay ibebenta po nila yan sa merkado. Maghahanap po yan ng buyers. So pag may nahanap na po tayong buyer, ima-match po natin yan at yung buyer ang magbabayad po sa atin ng proceeds po ng sale natin ng RTB 27. So second part ng question, may mga expense or may mga cost ba ito pag tayo po ay nagbenta sa secondary market? Ang sagot po doon ay yes. May mga slight lang po na may mga slight na cost lang po diyan, taxes, mga fees involved when you sell via the secondary market.
Okay. Maraming salamat, Bear. Next question. Okay, i-lump ko lang ito. These questions are for Jessa sa selling agents. Just to clarify, if I have an account at PNB, I can buy the bonds directly on there. Okay, PNB, pwede bang diretso doon bumili? And can we invest using BDO or BPI mobile apps? Ayan. Yun, Jessa.
Yan. Thank you, Johnny. So, for the first question, kung pwede ba sa PNB, yes naman po. Pwede siya if you are going to the traditional. Pero since nasa ibang bansa po tayo, actually, yung accessibility for the online transactions is through our BTR online facility. Kung may bank account po kayo sa China Bank, First Metrosec, and of course, sa Land Bank. So, for now, that's the only way to process. Kung meron po tayo sa, actually may locations din ang PNB sa nakaset up sa iba-ibang bansa. Kung meron po doon, pwede po. That's still an over-the-counter. And for now is for the second question, kung BDO and BPI, online applications, pwede kayong mag-invest. For now po kasi, yung na-mention natin kanina is yung sa mobile apps na available ang pag-purchase ng RTBs is through our Land Bank OFB, MBAs, and the bonds.ph. So, but generally, you can actually fund, kung meron kayong mga accounts or through an e-wallets, you can actually fund your bonds.ph and you can still purchase RTBs. So meron po tayong iba-ibang ways para at least you can maximize din yung mobile banking applications po natin. So you can go through any of those, and then bonds.ph, you can fund that bonds.ph account. So marami pong ways tayo, and of course you can actually approach din kung sino po yung mas comfortable kayo na may bank accounts kayo. Pwede po yun. Yan. Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you so much, Jessa. Yan, ginawa nga ng BPR na mas maraming makapag-access nitong RTBs in general. Okay, so next question for Bear. Bear, is the annual interest rate of 4.875% fixed, or is it the guaranteed minimum interest rate?
Okay, so thank you for that question, Johnny. Ang RTB 27 po ay kabilang sa investment na tinatawag nating fixed income securities. So bilang fixed income po, yung stated interest po natin na 4.875 ay fixed po for the entire 5-year duration of our investment. So ang interest po natin mula simula hanggang sa dulo po ay 4.875%. Hindi na po ito nagbabago or nagfa-fluctuate. So one of the benefits in investing sa RTB 27 is yung certainty ng ating cash flow, kasi sa simula pa lang alam na natin na 4.875% ang interest ng RTB natin. So yung pagplano po natin sa usage po ng ating investment in the future, or if plano po natin magdagdag ng investment sa future via the market, ay madali po nating madedetermine kung magkano po ang i-expect natin kada quarter. Johnny?
Ayan, thank you, Bear. Next question for Jessa. Jessa, pwede bang, in case na mag-pass away ang investor, how can the beneficiary claim the RTBs?
Yan, okay. So since the bonds is an investment, this will form part of their proceeds, wherein yung mga ating kamag-anak or the beneficiary can claim actually the proceeds of the RTBs. Well, this is actually subject to our Philippine law on succession or yung ating tinatawag na inheritance law. And of course, syempre may mga kailangan pong requirements yon sa typically kagaya ng mga deposits. An investment will form part of the pwedeng ma-claim ng mga heirs. So, kailangan natin mag-present lang ng mga documentary requirements to process that. And of course, meron pong karampatang to pay the estate tax for the RTBs. So, that will form part of the deceased estate. So, yun lang, para clear po sa ating. You can actually claim yung mga proceeds of the RTBs of the sudden death of an investor. Yan, Johnny.
Thank you, Jessa. Meron pa bang hahabol? Kasi I only have one question left unread. So pwede pa, in case after this last question will be answered, baka pwede pa kayong humabol at i-type yung questions dito. Okay, so the last question that I have now is for Bear. Bear, paano po kumikita yung investment?
Okay. So kumikita po ang RTB 27 in a very simple manner. So after we pay for our investments sa RTB 27, all we have to do is wait for the passage of time. So hintayin lang po natin ang paglipas ng panahon. So for the benefit again, additional information for to our audience, passive income po ang tawag sa income na nakukuha natin sa investment natin sa RTB 27. So being passive, wala po tayong gagawin. So what do we do, or what happens when you invest in RTB 27 is that starting March 4, yung if you can remember, yung issue date natin kanina, ay tatakbo na ang interest natin. So again, after 3 months, makakakuha po tayo ng interest. Diretso na pong ipapasok yan sa ating nominated bank account. Mag-identify tayo ng bank account. At i-deposit na lang po ng bangko ninyo doon yung inyong interest payment. So after the first 3 months, isang interest, and then the next 3 months, interest ulit. So all the way to 5 years po. So I would like to add on to that question lang. So what happens after 5 years. Pag mature po, pag natapos na yung life po ng ating RTB 27. So what happens is that on the 5th year anniversary of your investment, babalik po sa atin yung ating puhunan. So let's say nag-invest po tayo ng 50,000 pesos, babalik po sa atin yung 50,000 pesos ng buong buo, kasama po ang huling interest payment po natin sa RTB 27. Johnny?
Ayan. Thank you so much, Bear. Actually, meron pang mga humabol. Next question, klaruhin lang natin ito, regarding minimum investment. Bear, magkano ba talaga ang minimum investment dito sa RTB 27?
So tulad ng na-mention ko po kanina, part ng ating retail-oriented features po ang paggawa ng pagdisenyo ng RTB maging very affordable po to our investors. Ang disenyo po ng RTB 27 ay ang minimum investment amount po dito ay 5,000 pesos. Yun lang po.
So Bear, kahit saang selling agent siya pumunta, ganun talaga yung minimum investment?
Yeah. As part of the obligation of the selling agents when they participated in the auction for RTB 27 ay they need to sell the RTBs at the prescribed minimum investment of 5,000 pesos. However, hindi lang naman po selling agents yung may access sa RTBs, Meron din po tayong mga brokers, that we can purchase RTBs from. Sa brokers naman, since they're not technically selling agents, they may impose a different minimum. Kasi may mga tinatawag yan silang parang minimum efficient transaction amount for them to process. Kasi iba yung proseso nila compared sa when we go to the banks or we go through our online channel or when we go through our mobile banking application. So on that note, I would like to emphasize something to our participants today and our viewers in Facebook Live. If you remember the key dates, from Feb 15 to Feb 28, we would like to encourage po our investors and our viewers to take advantage po sa ating primary offer period and make use po of our online investing channels and then our mobile banking applications. Kasi po when you invest using those channels, 5,000 pesos lang po talaga ang minimum natin, and then wala na po tayong mga karagdagang cost when we invest using those channels. So pag nag-invest tayo again, 50,000 pesos, we will only pay 50,000 pesos, no more, no less. Thank you.
Ayan. Bear, mukhang marami-rami pa ang para sa part mo na questions dito sa Facebook Live. Yung total mong nilagay na pera after the campaign period, yun na ba yung total RTB 27 investment mo until the 5-year maturity?
Okay. So kung magkano po ang ininvest po natin during yung offer period, yung Feb 15 hanggang Feb 28, ayun na po ang principal amount natin hanggang matapos ang RTB 27. Pero po, tulad po ng na-mention kanina, pwede po tayong bumili sa merkado ng karagdagang RTB 27. Pero you treat that separately na lang po. Let's say sa primary offer period, yung Feb 15 to Feb 28, nag-invest tayo ng 50,000 pesos. And then sa March, may extra money po tayo and nag-invest po tayo ng additional 25,000 pesos. Pwede po yun. And then siguro, December, let's say may bonus tayo or may natanggap tayong extra, nag-invest tayo ng additional 100,000 pesos sa December at the end of the year. Pwede din po yun. So pwede po tayong magdagdag po. Depende po kung meron po tayong access to additional investable funds.
Okay, thank you so much, Bear. Next question for Jessa. Jessa, paano pag nakalimutan namin i-claim yung RTB principal at the end of the duration? Will it revert to us or to the Philippine government like unclaimed deposit in bank? Please clarify, Jessa.
All right. Since it's an investment, so you can actually, kahit sobrang matagal na siya, you can actually claim it still from the bank kung saan kayo nag-invest. So basically, kung talagang gaano nakatagal ang tinatanong nating katagal, so siguro 10 years or 20 years. Generally, since it's an investment and it's part of your bank, similar to bank deposits, yes, it can actually be foregone So, kaya ngayon sa lahat ng mga investors, kailangan natin, pero huwag kayong mag-alala kasi quarterly may binibigay po sa ating mga statement of accounts, and actually kasama doon is reminding po lahat ng ating mga investors na meron po kayong investment doon po sa inyong bank accounts. Ayan. So, mariremind po kayo na doon sa bank, especially po yung account nyo, magiging active po yan. Just make sure active yung account nyo at doon po papasok yung inyong principal. So, automatic po yung pumapasok sa inyo at malalaman nyo, meron po kayong yung maturity ng account, since 5 years to, babalik po yun sa inyong bank accounts. So, hindi nyo yung makikalimutan. Ayan, Johnny.
Thank you, Jessa. At ito, merong question. Tulungan natin ito, Jessa. Mayroon akong balance na 2,500 pesos sa aking bonds.ph. Pwede ba akong magbayad from my bank BPI para gawing 5,000 yung balance sa bonds.ph?
Yes, actually, you can fund yung bonds.ph account nyo. So, pwede po yan. Kahit anong bank account, pwede nyo pong i-fund yun. So, dagdagan nyo po ng 2,500 para maging 5,000 yan at makapag-invest na po kayo sa minimum investment natin sa Rtbs. Ayan, Johnny.
Ayan, thank you, Jessa. Next question for Bear. Bear, regarding taxes ito. Paano ba ang pagbayad ng tax dito sa RTB 27 kung Philippine citizen?
Okay. Ang pagbayad naman po ng tax sa RTB 27, no, passive lang din. Wala na po kayong gagawin kasi ang tax po, yung 20% withholding tax on the interest payment will be withheld already. No? Sa simula pa lang, tatanggalin na natin yon at babayaran na po yun ng ating mga tax withholding agent. So no need to file for your taxes manually. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Bear. And next question, Bear, pwede ba gawing collateral to a loan yung RTB 27?
Okay. Pwede bang gawing collateral ang RTB 27? Again, no, that would depend on the lender's policy if they accept government securities. Pero from what we have seen as bankers, we have seen government securities, hindi lang po RTBs, no? Yung ibang government securities then can be used as collateral when you borrow. Yung valuation naman po kung magkano yung loanable amount po ng ating investment would depend, no? Again, depende po yun sa ating lender. The lowest that I have seen is you can use your investment and then take a loan against it around 50%, no? Or more, pwedeng more. So depende po sa bank. Yeah.
I think we are down to our second to the last question. Another question for Bear. Bear, annual po ba i-credit ang coupons or semi-annual or quarterly?
Ang pag-credit po ng ating interest sa ating settlement account will be done every quarter. So kasabay po siya ng ating interest payment frequency na quarterly, no? So again, every 3 months, i-credit na po ng bangko ninyo directly yung interest sa loob po ng inyong bank account. So wala na po tayong gagawin. Automatic po ang lahat ng yon. So sit back, relax, and receive interest na lang po tayo.
Thank you, Bear. May question pa. Pati po international bank accounts pwede gamitin sa bonds.ph? May additional transfer fees po ba from my foreign bank account to bonds.ph? Jessa, would you like to clarify?
Yan, thank you so much. Actually, itong bonds.ph po natin is for local banks in the Philippines. So, we can generally fund it through any local banks, Philippine local banks. So, for now, yun lang po muna. So, we can access, pwede natin gamitin yung mga e-wallets, InstaPay, PayMaya, GCash, pwede yon. Pero international foreign banks, hindi pa po for now. Malay po natin, di ba? In the future RTBs, we can actually do that. So, yun for clarity purposes, only in the Philippine local banks, ang pwede pong nating ipa-fund through for the bonds.ph. Yan, Johnny.
Thank you, Jessa. And dito na yung ating last question talaga. Totoo na ito. Convertible po ba ang RTB 27 to future bond offerings of BPR? If yes, pwede po ba i-convert ang RTB 27 to a future foreign currency bond offering? Bear, this question is for you.
Okay, thank you, Johnny. Again, a very interesting question. No? In fact, that's very relevant to what we have been doing for the RTB program in the recent years. If you remember the video kanina, if you missed it, pwede niyong i-back mamaya after the presentation. So meron po tayong tinatawag na bond exchange program where may mga specific government securities po tayo kasama na doon ng RTBs na pwede po nating isubmit at iswitch sa isang future or isang bagong issuance in the future. So ngayon, meron po tayong dalawang FXTN or yung fixed rate treasury notes na eligible for bond exchange. Ipapalit lang po natin yun to new RTB 27. And then for the foreseeable future naman po sa nakikita po natin, yung bond exchange program po kasi ay naging integral part na po ng ating RTB program. And then we will be seeing more of that in the future. So kung may mga investment po tayo, let's say RTB 27 or all other RTBs in the past po na nailapit po namin sa inyo, baka po sa future, pwede po natin silang gawing eligible bonds upang makapag-invest po tayo to future RTB issuances. And then, kung pwede ba natin siya i-convert into future foreign currency denominated investment, ay pwede po natin i-explore ang konseptong yon kasi tuloy-tuloy naman po ang innovation na ginagawa ng Bureau of the Treasury upang ihatid po sa investors natin yung mga bago at mga exciting na investment securities. So if you've been following us, last year, meron po tayong retail dollar bonds. So parang RTB po yun pero dollar. Pero tapos na po yun. Sa merkado na po natin makukuha yun. Pero in the future po, depende po, kung magkakaroon po tayo ng opportunity na ihatid po sa inyo ang second offering ng RDBs or retail dollar bonds, ay wag po kayong mag-alala, ilalapit po namin sa inyo yun kasi we like having you as our viewer, and thank you for having us as your guests today. Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you, Bear. I think we had a really enriching discussion today, no? So thank you all for your active participation dito sa ating open forum. I hope you learned a lot in today's session and that you are now ready to invest in RTB 27. So before we end, let me call again Treasurer De Leon for her message to our kababayans in Canada.
Thank you again, Johnny. And again po, nagpapasalamat kaming lahat together with Land Bank, DBP, and all our partners dito po sa another RTB offering sa ating pong mahal na mahal at ating His Excellency po, Ambassador Rtbs sa Canada, and of course, our Consul General, Sinister Orontes Castro ng Philippine Consulate General sa Toronto. But of course, nagpapasalamat po kami rin sa lahat po ng mga tumangkilik ng aming RTB 27 briefing ngayon po sa different parts ng kababayan natin sa Canada. And I hope sama-sama na naman po tayong magtutulungan, and of course, inyo rin pong again susuportahan very warmly our RTB 27 offering. Sana po makita huli namin ang very large participation ng ating mga kababayan from Canada sa amin pong RTB 27 issuance. So maraming salamat po for your time, and hope to see you again for our next round of other issuances from the Bureau of Treasury. Salamat po, Ambassadors. Salamat po, Consul General.
Thank you, Treasurer De Leon. So that concludes our investors briefing on the RTB 27. For more information, please visit the BTR's website. Go on www.treasury.gov.ph and follow the BTR on Facebook and Twitter. Of course, you may also visit your favorite selling agent banks on how you can invest in RTB 27. Mula sa puso para sa Pinas. Maraming salamat and mabuhay!